for football. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come up in an offset eye. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And incomplete to open things up. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up, look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in, out on the perimeter or going inside.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
Cameron Wake may have begun his career in Canada, but in the NFL, he's been one of the top pass rushers since he's entered the league.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bill, Kiko Alonso. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. Again, it's McCoy. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there.
Hey, let's go!
3rd and 2, now Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now here's a situation that's kind of right up Rex Ryan's alley. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And this is caught. That's Watkins. It'll be a gain of 9. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Watkins alone on the left side. 1 man on the backfield. That's McCoy. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down. When you want 3, get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get. Maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Play clock winding down. After the interception, here's Tannehill. It's caught. Stills, right side. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. For Ajayi against the Patriots, final week of the regular season, 59 yards. But remember, he had 3 games of over 200 this season.
And he did it against teams that stressed defense and were led by defensive-minded head coaches. The Jets were one of them. He did against the Buffalo Bills twice.
Yeah, 2 times.
Which was unbelievable. But he also had that 6-game stretch where he didn't top 80 yards rushing. So what I think Miami's looking for in the playoffs, get over 80 yards rushing and catch a few passes out of the backfield and be consistent.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Tannehill now. They give to Ajayi. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. They come out here in the eye. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the play clock's running down. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Bills. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? Flex round. Flex round.
Trying to shake off the interception and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one.